The US election has entered that nail-biting, phase in which on November 5th, remember, US goes to polls and Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris battle. How is it playing on the ground? Let me go straight to New York City, where Gauri Dwivedi is joining us live. Gauri, hello to you. And the question is, how does it look there on the ground? I mean, you must have spoken to some people. What do they say about the two contenders?
Hello to you, Mara, and a very happy Diwali to you and all our viewers of NDTV. I am in downtown New York. This is as blue as it gets. It's a deep blue state. So all one hears is a lot of support for Kamala Harris and nothing that what the Trump campaign has been saying in the last 6-8 months has any resonation here on ground in New York. But having said that, in the last couple of hours, whoever I've spoken with, the one thing they've all said is that it's a very tight race. New York may go to the Democrats, but which way America is going, absolutely no one wants to stick their neck out and call it. It's just a couple of days left for the election. Early voting is already underway, and a lot of people I spoke with said they've already done their early voting. Some of the trends of early voting, Republicans say, seem to be better than what it was in 2020 when Donald Trump lost the election to Joe Biden. But again, as I said, it's too early to call. But the one thing that a lot of people here in New York, which also receives a lot of immigrants, it's a blue state, as I said. It's also called one of the cities where a lot of immigrants are pushed from the southern border. Even they say that the issue of illegal immigrants and illegal migrants is a major issue in American politics this time around. Just a number, in the last 4 years, about 10 million immigrants have entered the United States. It pushes their social security system. It impacts all matrix in which the government assists their citizens. And that is the reason why it's also having an impact in a state that's, as I said, as blue as it gets. But bottom line is, no one knows who's going to really cross the finishing line. 270 is the magic number. Remember, America doesn't vote for their presidents directly. They all vote through the Electoral College, which makes it that much more complicated.
Absolutely. I mean, at the moment, it appears to be political dead heat. But Gauri, the question also is that in the mail-in votes, what are you picking up? Who has an edge or a lead here?
Yes, indeed. The early voting that has happened is where both camps have said that they've bettered than their 2020 records. But the Republicans feel that in the 2020 campaign, which was in the peak of the COVID campaign and the pandemic, they actually fared very poorly, and that impacted Trump's chances 4 years back. They feel that has dramatically changed for them right now. But like all elections, you've been covering those in India, it comes down to voter turnout. And that is something that in the last leg, both camps, all parties, all candidates are pushing to get their voters to the polling booths. It comes down to voter turnout. And a very unfortunate thing that I would like to just tell our viewers is the Indian American community punches above its weight in all parameters, but when it comes to voting, that's when they slip up compared to some of the other ethnic groups. So the Indian Americans should also be going out and voting, something that they have a poorer track record than some of the other ethnic communities. Bottom line is, everybody wants to get their voters out. It all comes down to voter turnout.
All right. Thank you so much for getting us that update there. Gauri Dwivedi joining us from New York City.